This is my immigrant diary. Welcome, welcome. This is the Valentine edition, and I hope you lovebirds out there are enjoying it.
So, do you know that a CR1 visa, also known as conditional resident visa, is a typical immigrant visa for foreign nationals who are married to US citizen or green card holder? It also allows the visa holder to enter the US as a conditional permanent resident.
I have actually always thought about the CR1 visa as only for US residents. That's for people who are married under 2 years and below. For me, this is new. So if you have a green card, if you have a lover out there, a husband, a wife, you can actually bring them into the United States. So that's good to know. Thanks for sharing. Also, in view of Lovers Day, I have a video that I want to share with you. And I think it's going to be appropriate for, I would say, the nuggets that you shared and also the occasion that we are experiencing today.
As many of you know, after getting married, still living separated because we're waiting for our spousal visa to be approved. The first reason is my wife is Nigerian, so she would need a visa to come to the United States. Most countries need a visa to come to the US with only a few exceptions. The second thing she needs is an appointment to even interview for the visa. In many countries, that can be a year-plus wait just for the 1-minute interview at the embassy. But the biggest problem is if a foreigner wants to visit a significant other in the United States, that visa is very likely to be denied. When a foreigner visits a significant other, immigration officials will call that immigrant intent. That means they think you're going to go to the US and stay there with your significant other rather than returning home. The moment you disclose you have a relationship, the visa is very likely to be denied. And if you are asked about it and lie in an interview and it is found out, you could be denied from coming to the US for a very long time. In fact, even people who come from countries like the European Union and don't need a visa could potentially be turned back by immigration officials upon landing in the US. Having a significant other is often interpreted as immigrant intent. Instead, they want you to go through the broken process where you spend years waiting for a spousal visa, instead of coming directly to the United States and being able to stay in the country and apply from there. Foreigners can come to the US, meet someone, and get married, but you're not supposed to have known that person or had a serious relationship with them before you went. So to answer the question, my wife can't simply come to the United States on a tourist visa. She's free to visit Canada and Mexico and spend time with me there, but God forbid she visit me in the United States. So why can't my wife just come to visit me as a tourist in the United States?
That's interesting, Wally. That is really interesting content. I follow that dude and I think that he's done an amazing job. But the reality is, it is tough for couples. So sometimes it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, how is it that if you get a tourist visa, you can visit the US and you can get married and stay in the US, right? But if you're married, you have to go through the broken process. And I like the way you said that broken process. Wally, I've been through that process. It is heartbreaking. And especially in a season of love like Valentine, I cannot imagine what couples are going through. Do you get it? Because just being separated, able to experience your loved one another in person, and the distance is really hard. But it's good to know that at the end of the day, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Even though it's not easy to be separated for that long. It's crazy that she can be in Canada, she can be in Mexico, but she cannot be in the US. But I don't know how, that's really tough.
I don't know the reasons why some laws exist, but my best guess is that those laws might be abused by people who don't really have the intention to get married. They just want to be able to buy their way in. That's my best guess. But if the immigration process is fixed, you should take like 3 months at most to verify your relationship and approve the visa, in my own opinion. So
yeah, it used to be short. And in the past, I don't want to say, I think COVID, the Trump first administration, COVID, especially for certain countries, did impact the timing, because before
but still, you still have to wait years.
You still have to wait minimum 6 months. 6 months is a long time.
So for the process itself, I don't think it's 6 months. Especially if we are coming from Nigeria, it's about a year if you do it fast.
Damn.
Yeah.
Even longer, yeah, I agree.
If you miss some steps, then it's going to take some longer.
Trouble.
If you make no mistake, you do everything correctly, you make all your files, T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, then yes, 1 year you can get it. But like a lot of people do make mistakes, then it's delayed, unfortunately. But I love them. They're a lovely couple. At least from what I see, they look really nice together, and I wish them the best of luck. I am pretty sure they will be able to overcome this challenge very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, but I would like to also also recommend a website where you can also find people who are in the waiting process. If you find yourself in that waiting process, it's called visajourney.com. I'll put up the link to that website. You can go join the groups. There are different groups, different visa categories across the world that you can join, learn from, find information that you need. Is very helpful. I hope this provides value for people who are in that CR1 process or a similar visa category.
Thanks for the tip. And one more tip from me. If you are in a country where there is a USCIS agent at that location, there is a way to fast track the whole process that you can reduce it to months. But Nigeria is not one of those countries, unfortunately.
I'm not on that list, actually.
Yes, thank you so much for today. That's all I have from my side. How about you, my brother?
That's all. I just wanted to mention this.
Yes, please like, share, subscribe. We are still growing our channel. We really appreciate every little token that you can give to us in forms of likes, and you comment and then you share. If you're going through this process, let us know what have you learned, what can help others. Otherwise, have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine.
All right, then.